I'm excited, man. We're playing in front of the best fans in the NFL. We're getting coached by the best coaching staff in the NFL, but we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I know a lot of people feel the same way that I feel. We're not satisfied until we have and win the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 50 is set, and the Carolina Panthers punched their ticket to Santa Clara. Panthers dominated the Arizona Cardinals 49-15, clinching their second Super Bowl appearance in franchise history. And they're going to face Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos on February 7th. Plenty more on the Panthers' big win and looking ahead to Super Bowl 50. Coming up on Good Day Charlotte, WJZY.
Oh, this is big for our city. This is the biggest event this city has ever had. We've had the Final Four.
So can you feel the excitement all over again? Fans flooded the streets of Uptown with so much excitement over the Panthers advancing to the big game. And we're going to hear from more fans this morning on what the victory means to them and what it does for the entire city of Charlotte.
Some fans may not have even gone to bed yet, and they're still up celebrating right now.
So thank you for staying up with us.
Yeah, welcome to Good Day Charlotte on this Monday. I'm Brian Blakely.
And I'm Barbara Lash. Now, we do have a little bit of a news for you, though, for the parents who are trying to get their kiddos ready. You really don't have to for many districts. Several systems in the area still closed today because of the snow and ice still on the roads. Those include CMS, Burke County, Cabarrus County, and Gaston County as well. And then some school districts will be operating on a 2-hour delay. And those include Rock Hill, Union County, and York County schools. Now, for a full list, keep an eye on the crawl, we call it, at the bottom of your screen. It goes by the entire time we're on air. And you can also head to our website, fox46charlotte.com.
All right, let's talk about that weather right now. Nick Kozer driving in. I saw a little bit of icy spots out there still.
That's right. Yeah, heads up. Still have some black ice to deal with out there, but we'll see some more melting as we go throughout the day, as plenty of sun is in the forecast and some warmer temperatures as well. Some rain back in the forecast, but that'll happen by midweek. So on this Monday, we'll be doing just fine in terms of precipitation and what we expect for the weather. 32 right now, so we're right at freezing. 29 Gastonia, 28 Concord, Salisbury at a 26, same with Statesville, 29 Hickory Teens there for Boone. And as you get further south, Lancaster, 28. Grab the coat. Mostly sunny this morning. Watch out for that black ice. And then this afternoon, temperatures will be between 45 and 55. So we'll see and hear all that melting. I don't know about you, but yesterday I walked out on my porch and you could just hear all the snow melting and all of the water kind of running off from gutters and in the street and everything. So we'll see and hear more of that for today. High of 50 out there for you today. Tomorrow, I think we start off dry. We'll see some showers late in the day, and then into Wednesday, we'll see some more showers. Thursday, 44 and a 30% chance for some light rain. And then heading into this upcoming weekend, it is going to be fantastic. So all the weather that we had to deal with this past weekend, Mother Nature is going to make up for it with a nice and sunny 3-day weekend there. Well, I should say 2-day weekend, but even Friday will be nice. 50 and sunny there on Friday, 56 Saturday, all the way up to 61 in January on Sunday. That is a look at your 7-day forecast. I'll have much more coming up. In the meantime, let's talk to Chuck Rhodes about traffic.
Well, thanks, Nick. Good day, Charlotte. 4:33 in the morning. Brian just mentioned a few minutes ago, we do have some icy patches to deal with throughout the area, so please use caution no matter where you're headed. Now, I don't have any problems right now for 77, 85, Independence, or 485 that would alter your ride. But I do want to remind you, work for me, baby, work for me. Yeah, I'll just talk about it. Icy patches to think about, folks, throughout the area. Bridges, ramps, and overpasses. A lot of the lanes you're going to deal with out there, even on the major roads, they're narrowed because of icy conditions out there. So allow plenty of time to get to your destination. I know a number of the schools are out today. That'll help out the volume, but please allow plenty of time and be careful. We'll keep you posted. Nothing right now that'll change your commute. Back to the studio.
All right, sounds good, Chuck, and we'll unfreeze that clicker for you here soon. All right, it is official. Carolina versus Denver in California next month. Panthers crushed the Arizona Cardinals in front of more than 70,000 fans here in Charlotte last night. Final score 49-15. And head coach Ron Rivera says all the credit goes to the players, not him.
When we were getting ready to come out for the second half, I didn't have to say anything. The players said it, and then Cam stepped up and really challenged everybody. They took ownership, and that was to me the really neat thing is that they stepped up. I didn't have to get up and say anything.
A little bit of bad news here. Linebacker Thomas Davis has a broken arm. His right forearm was broken, making a tackle late in the first half. But he says this won't stop him from playing in the Super Bowl. He says it'll all be good in 2 weeks. Davis, who we all know has been through 3 ACL injuries in his career, says he's not going to let this stop him from fighting for that Super Bowl champion title.
Yeah, he is the epitome of keep pounding. We are certainly wishing him a quick recovery. And of course, it goes without saying that Panthers fans all over are celebrating the win over the Cardinals. And after making it to the Super Bowl, you know, it's kind of a big deal.
Big deal.
Right? And there will be plenty more excitement building up over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, the atmosphere around Bank of America Stadium last night, that could be described as electric. I saw fans out there early in the morning, like 9 o'clock, already firing up the generators, getting ready for the big game. Now, Ashley McGeehan caught up with some of those fans and talked about what this means to them.
Well, as you can imagine, that energy was extremely high. People were more excited than I have ever seen for a game, and that was before it. After the game, Panthers fans say this is a moment they have been waiting for since FanFest, a chance for the team to show the world who they are and clinch a spot in Super Bowl 50. The Carolina Panthers are going to the Super Bowl.
Amazing. The energy was amazing.
Everybody had this.
Was crazy.
So everybody was like waving it, so it was awesome.
Fans filed out of Bank of America Stadium loud and proud as the home team wrapped up a winning season.
Awesome. So much energy. It was unbelievable. It was crazy.
It's a moment fans say they have been waiting for. The team will try for only the second time in franchise history to bring home a Super Bowl ring.
Playoffs don't matter unless you make it to the big game. And the things that it'll do for a city like this, it's growing like crazy. It's gonna be big.
Oh, this is big for our city. This is the biggest event this city has ever had. We've had the Final Four, we've had the NBA All-Star Game, but this is by far the biggest thing this city's ever had.
Many fans say they have never seen anything like it. The sheer amount of people waiting to be part of Sunday's game.
Cam Newton and the fun they have, the city as well. I mean, the fans are awesome. I mean, it's a great city. It's on the rise.
With the Panthers' success keeping the games in Charlotte, people who went to them say they believe the home field advantage paid off.
When you got your home fans playing for you, cheering for you, you know, it's just an added joust. When something doesn't go your way, you got your fans picking you up, so it's value.
Home field advantage alone is huge with the fans in it and everything, but it's also huge for the city. I mean, the city's really, it's on the rise, and having the football team be good, it's awesome. It's really good.
A number of fans I talked to, not just one, a number of fans say they plan to follow the Panthers to the Super Bowl. Some even telling me that they already have their ticket, so they're going to dab their way to Santa Clara in Uptown. Ashley McGeehan, Fox 46 WJZY.
Some good stuff there, and check this out. Of course, we have 2 weeks to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to be talking about that and cheering the team on, prepping for that. But right now, this morning, we're celebrating being the NFC champions.
Let's show it off. The official merchandise is rolling out for the NFC champions. It's being manufactured in Monroe, locally. Our Caitlin Lockerbie right now live at Logo Dogs, where all that production began immediately after the Panthers' victory last night. Right, Caitlin?
That is right, Brian and Barbara. A lot of people are excited to get their hands on it. We just got here in Monroe. We're going to go inside and check out that merchandise, and we'll unveil it for you coming up in the next hour on Good Day Charlotte. So many fans excited about this. Can't wait to sport this shirt out in California and, of course, around the Queen City. And you said it, Brian, earlier. It was just electric outside the stadium yesterday. So many excited fans tailgating, going into that stadium. I can't even imagine what it felt like to walk out last night, having experienced that and being those just walking away with the W, sending the Cards home with a loss. What an exciting way to kick off the work week, and what an exciting way to celebrate having this merchandise made right here in North Carolina. We're at Logo Dogs in Monroe. We're going to head inside, and we will have that T-shirt for you coming up, so stick around. I'm sure a lot of people are excited to see it.
Yeah.
Live in Monroe, Caitlin Lockerbie. Good Day Charlotte,
Yeah.
WJZY.
Absolutely, Caitlin. Want to get in there and see what that design looks like, and all of the Panther fans want to get their hands on that.
Hey,
Stay
Caitlin,
with us on. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Caitlin, I don't know if she can. Oh, there you go. Hey, make sure to ask them when they actually started printing, because we thought they would wait till the very end, but I'm thinking like third quarter they already started printing. So if you get a chance, ask them that. I'm really, really curious.
I bet you they did. I had a good feeling. I think a lot of fans had a good feeling about this game yesterday. Having it here at home and just watching this team play the whole season, they were committed to winning this game, committed to making their way to the Super Bowl. So I think a lot of fans felt good about yesterday, at least the fans that I talked to at the tailgate. Nobody was worried about this game. And obviously yesterday they proved that they are the best team. We'll see how they can do against Denver. But I can't wait to see this shirt, and I can't wait to see how this all pans out. A lot of people so excited about this. Real big congratulations to the team this morning.
Absolutely. Don't think we don't notice that Carolina blue scarf there. Looking good there, lady.
Thanks.
And not getting much sleep last night herself. She was at the tailgate before the game and afterwards, too.
All right, so we'll be checking in with Caitlin all morning long to get a look at those T-shirts.
All right, let's talk about getting to the Super Bowl right now. How are we going to do it? How much is it going to cost? Right now, the cheapest Super Bowl tickets are $3,800. That actually is pretty good right now. That's according to Ticketmasters, the NFL Ticket Exchange, and that's just for tickets only, too, it looks like. Meanwhile, Tip IQ says the average price for a ticket is around $6,000. PrimeSport.com, the official fan travel provider for the Carolina Panthers. They're offering packages of everything from game tickets to hotels, airfare, all the transfers, all three together. Right now, a package of airfare with 3 nights stay in a hotel in the Bay Area, and a game ticket starts at $7,305. Well, the city of San Jose is sending a warm West Coast congratulations to the Carolina Panthers.
San Jose is where the Panthers will be staying and practicing before Super Bowl 50. So here's a message from Mayor Sam Liccardo, plus Super Bowl MVP and Heisman Trophy winner Jim Plunkett.
Hi, I'm Mayor Sam Liccardo of San Jose, California. It's an honor to be joined by Super Bowl MVP, Heisman Trophy winner, and San Jose native Jim Plunkett.
On behalf of more than 1 million San Jose residents, congratulations, Carolina. You are going to the big game.
We are proud to be one of the Bay Area super communities hosting the game in our backyard at Levi Stadium on February 7th. And we've been busy getting ready to welcome you with a week of spectacular events and celebrations. We'll see you soon. Good luck, Panthers.
All right, in other news this morning, a GoFundMe page has been set up for a local father who was murdered while trying to help a stranded driver. Jefferson Heavner's loved ones set up a fundraising page for him. Over $20,000 have been donated for Heavner's funeral expenses and to support his 17-month-old son. Catawba County deputies say Heavner was shot and killed after he pulled over to help a driver who spun out on the ice. This happened Friday evening off of Mathis Church Road. Deputies have arrested and charged the driver, Marvin Jacob Lee. They say he was intoxicated, became belligerent, stepped out of the car, pulled out a pistol, and shot Heavner while he was trying to help.
The search continues this morning for the ATV driver who ran down a state trooper. This happened in China Grove early Saturday morning. The trooper was on patrol when he saw 2 of the 4-wheelers on a state highway and tried to make them stop. He trailed them into a subdivision, and when he got out of the cruiser, one of the drivers sped toward him, hitting him at a high speed. The trooper fired his handgun, and the ATV drivers got away. The trooper was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Attorneys and officials who sued to overturn North Carolina's 2013 voter ID law are heading to trial in Winston-Salem today. Testimony is expected to take a week before a federal judge will decide whether a photo ID law violates the Federal Voting Rights Act. The same judge refused to stop the law before, which will be enforced for the first time during the March primary if it is not stopped.
All right, now time to get over to Nick Kosa for a look at the AccuWeather forecast. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Barbara, here it is. A lot of sunshine out there for you today. This morning, as we kind of hover below freezing for the next couple of hours, or just above freezing, watch out for some black ice. That's really the main concern, and I know some districts did cancel school today because of some of those icy, especially secondary roads. So again, keep that in mind. Later on this afternoon, though, we will soar to around 50, so we'll see plenty more snow melt out there. And coming up, I'll talk more about the chance for some rain as we get towards midweek. Take it away, guys.
All right, thank you, Nick. So the North Carolina Highway Patrol is saying that 6 people died as a result of snow and ice-covered roads in the state. One of them was 19-year-old Madeline Scaff of High Point. Troopers say that on Friday morning, she lost control of her car and hit a tree in Hickory. Scaff was a student at Lenoir-Rhyne University. Other drivers died in separate wrecks in Iredell, Johnston, Wilkes, Forsyth, and Stokes counties.
And 3 people in South Carolina died during the winter snowstorm. The Greenville County coroner says 86-year-old Ruby Bell and her husband, 87-year-old Robert Bell, died Friday night due to carbon monoxide poisoning. The couple lost power that morning and set up a generator in their garage. Also in Greenville County, a 44-year-old man walking along the road was hit and killed by a car yesterday afternoon. Troopers responded to 541 crashes from early Friday morning through Saturday night in South Carolina. And with all that snow melting right now, there are still some major concerns right now that pose a threat. Black ice and the freezing temperatures. Medics says they're seeing an increase in the amount of calls for those two areas. People are getting hurt walking and driving on black ice, a thin coating of ice that looks invisible. A medic supervisor says black ice poses a dangerous threat for now. They've already had about 45 trucks ready to dispatch right now to help callers.
They see that the road is clear, and then they'll step outside and they'll be on a sidewalk or in an alleyway or something that's been shaded, and there's that ice, and it just catches them by surprise.
Besides black ice, another concern is how the cold temperatures are causing pipes to freeze inside homes. Local plumbing company tells us there are ways to prepare for this, like making sure pipes are insulated. He says to keep your cabinets open to let warm air circulate through them.
A 5-year-old Lancaster boy's battle with cancer is quickly becoming an inspiration to thousands. Jackson Ingram is fighting for his life right now, but thanks to postcards sent from strangers near and far, he now knows that he's not alone. Ingram was diagnosed in October with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. His dad, Jason, and Aunt Kelly Blackman say he's always been a huge fan of receiving mail, and with that in mind, they decided to go ahead and set up a P.O. box for him. They never imagined the idea would take off like it has, and in the last couple of weeks, they've received hundreds of postcards from people all over the world.
People we don't even know sending support and prayers is just drawing everyone closer, not just our family, but everyone.
We got one from Hawaii, and they sent him 2 T-shirts and a hat, along with a card, and it said, "I want you to visit, and I want you to be my little surfing buddy."
Oh, what a great story. And such a tough young guy. Ingram is scheduled to begin his 3rd phase of chemo today. Because of that, we weren't able to speak with him in person, but his dad says he should find out by the end of the week if he's cancer-free. For more on how to send a postcard to Ingram, head over to our website, fox46charlotte.com.
It has been more than 3 weeks now since an armed militia took over a wildlife refuge in Oregon, and there's still no end in sight. Over the weekend, a rancher from New Mexico joined the Ammon Bundy movement and publicly renounced his U.S. Forest Service grazing contract. Bundy is urging ranchers to tear up their federal contracts, but so far only Adrian Sewell has answered his call. A group opposing Bundy's movement protested this weekend, many who say Bundy is overstepping his bounds and needs to leave the area. On Friday, Ammon Bundy briefly met with the FBI to discuss ways to end the 3-week-old standoff, but Bundy quickly left before agents refused to speak to him in front of the media.
So we are just a week away from the Iowa caucus, and the race for the Oval Office is ramping up for Republicans and Democrats alike. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are effectively in a dead heat, with Sanders enjoying a 1-point lead over Clinton. Now, on the Republican side, the latest Fox News poll in Iowa shows Trump surging past Texas Senator Ted Cruz and Florida Senator Marco Rubio, erasing Cruz's lead from earlier in the month. So the real estate mogul found himself back in the headlines for yet another controversial comment.
They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Alrighty, so also this, a new name is emerging in the presidential race. Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg, he has instructed aides to explore whether or not he can mount a viable third-party campaign in the general elections.
The State Department is asking a federal court for a 1-month extension for the January 29th release of emails from former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Department says this weekend's snowstorm and outrage from the Republicans about the delay could influence early voting in the White House race. Clinton, the Democratic frontrunner in the race for the president, exclusively used a private email account and a home server during her time at the agency. She said this was a decision made out of convenience and has denied doing anything wrong. An extension, if granted, would push the complete publication of Clinton's emails past several of the earliest primary contests, including the key states of Iowa and New Hampshire.
So we are coming off quite the weekend of a winter storm there, Nick Koser. How is the week looking?
Week's looking much better. Yeah, we still have that black ice out there and some slippery spots, but overall we're going to see a lot of sunshine again out there for today. High pressure helping out the Carolinas, so you may see some high thin clouds kind of skirting across the sky today, but nothing too terrible. We're going to hit 50 for the high today, 51 Gastonia. We'll see lots of melting as we get into later on this morning and into this afternoon, so hopefully we can get some of those back roads and things to improve in terms of some of those slick spots I just mentioned. Following a cold front that'll come in for kind of late in the day tomorrow. We'll stop this here at around 9, 10 o'clock or so. Looks like, again, this rain moves in, and it's light rain. It'll come in late in the day and then push through the area kind of early Wednesday morning. So we should see a little bit of clearing there for the second half of the day on Wednesday. Overall, not going to be a huge deal. I think maybe several tenths of an inch of rain with that, but no snow, no ice with that system. 50 today, 52 tomorrow, and again, chances for rain late in the day tomorrow. And we start off with chances for rain in the forecast there on Wednesday. In the morning time, I think the forecast does improve as we go throughout the day on Wednesday. You can see the high temperature there will be at about 47. Looking a little further down the road, this upcoming weekend looks fantastic. I'll get you your full 7-day forecast here at 5 o'clock. In the meantime, here's Chuck Rhodes.
Thanks, Nick. Good day, Sean. 4:50 in the morning. Pretty quiet in the traffic center, folks. Still some slick conditions to deal with no matter where you're headed. So please use caution. Allow some extra time. You're going to find patches of ice pretty much throughout the area. Doesn't matter whether you're on a major road or secondary road. Many of the major road lanes are narrowed. So you may look like you have 3 lanes available, but there's patches of ice. Makes it a tight squeeze. Allow some extra time. Watch out, especially on bridges, ramps, and overpasses. And again, allow extra time, especially getting through some of those residential areas. Arrowwood Road, just off that South Tryon, 2600 block of Arrowwood Road. They're investigating an accident. I'm not seeing any delays right now. Just use caution if you're in the area. And to the east, clearing up an overnight incident, Albemarle Road and Harrisburg Road, same story, no delays. We'll keep you posted. Back to the studio.
All right, sounds good, Chuck. Check these out right now. This is Cam Newton's pregame cleats for the NFC Championship game last night. It had every one of his teammates' names on them. You know, Newton is often scrutinized for his on-field celebrations, with people calling him selfish quite often. Well, Newton continues to prove his doubters wrong by leading his team to the Super Bowl. And Newton had a message for those doubters in his Beats by Dre commercial saying, quote, "Too bad they don't make Band-Aids for feelings."
Ouch.
Good stuff. I love it. Great-looking cleats there, too. Helped him last night. Carolina Panthers continue their historic season by punching a ticket to Super Bowl 50 last night. How exciting was that?
We can't even say that enough, right? I mean, this is just like a huge deal.
It's sinking in after last night.
Yeah, I know you're on your 3rd Super Bowl, right? Coming out of Seattle.
3rd straight. That's right. So I bring good luck, but of course, everyone knows I have nothing to do with that.
Well, we're going to root them on nonetheless because the Panthers dominated the Cardinals on the way to a 49-15 victory. Here's Anthony Flores with more.
The Carolina Panthers are headed to the Super Bowl for the 2nd time in franchise history after a dominating win over the Arizona Cardinals in the NFC Championship game. The Panthers hosting the NFC Championship for the first time in franchise history. They jump out to an early 3-0 lead, then the end around to former Cardinal Ted Ginn Jr. He cuts back against the grain and runs it in for a 22-yard touchdown, 10-0 Panthers. Still in the first, Cam Newton hits Corey Brown. He makes a move, and he is gone. 86 yards for the touchdown, 17-0 Carolina after 1. The Cards get on the board in the second. David Johnson pounds his way in from a yard out. That cut the Panthers' lead to 17-7. But Carolina would answer. On 3rd and goal from the 1, Cam Newton goes up and over. That made it 24-7 Panthers at halftime. 3rd quarter now. The Panthers running a quarterback power. Cam Newton scores on the 11-yard touchdown run, and Carolina goes on to beat Arizona 49-15. The Panthers are headed to Super Bowl 50.
The biggest thing is about taking ownership, and I thought our guys did a nice job taking ownership, and that's really, to me, what it needs to be about, is our players taking ownership of this football team. When these guys do this, when they step to the forefront and they put it out there, that to me is awesome. And I could be more proud of a group of young men than I am with these guys right now.
So we're going to play this game for multiple reasons and multiple people. From the forefathers that has set this, that played in the Super Bowl before that didn't win, and also the people who are backing us in the 704.
Joined now by Josh Sims, who has more reaction from the Panthers on their big win over Arizona.
Well, that's right, Anthony. I'd say the party started with 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Luke Kuechly gets that pick 6. From there on out, a celebration. The guys were having a ball. Josh Norman, one of the guys, jumped on top of the bench singing Sweet Caroline along with the fans. Cam Newton hyping up the crowd. They took their celebratory photo a little bit early before the game ended, but no criticism this time because they earned it. They're heading to Super Bowl 50.
Man, it feels amazing. You know, we worked our butts off this year, and hard work and and dedication pays off. You know, a lot of people counted us out this whole year. We kept our mouths closed, and we got one more to go.
For us to do it in front of our home crowd, they've been awesome all year. They've been loud, they've brought energy, and it makes our job so much easier. It's exciting, especially for the older guys that have worked so hard, and we're super excited, looking forward to the chance to go out to San Francisco.
And it's something that we've been working for. I've worked for my whole career. This is where you want to get to, and I think the great thing about this is I'm enjoying this, but the work is unfinished. Our vision is still to go there, not just to get there, but to win it all.
As one of the leaders of this football team, I wanted to be out there on the field with my teammates. Just due to some unforeseen circumstances, I wasn't able to be out there, but I got 2 weeks to heal up, and I'm going to use every minute of that.
Well, the last guy you heard from there, Thomas Davis, turns out he suffered a broken right arm in the first half of this game. He's going to be a long shot to go in the Super Bowl, which is tough for a guy that's waited so long for this moment.
All right, let the hype begin. The Panthers will take on the Denver Broncos, who beat New England in the AFC Championship. That game will be February 7th, Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara. For Josh Sims, I'm Anthony Flores, reporting from Bank of America Stadium, Fox 46 Sports, WJZY.
And Thomas Davis, what a class act. We are wishing him a speedy recovery. Meantime, with the excitement building for Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, California, the South Bay area, all the businesses there are really prepping for what they expect to be a huge money-making weekend with the Panthers and Broncos fans, plus the overall NFL fans flocking to the area.
We've been actually planning since the last week in December, gearing up some new menu items. We're getting some new equipment ordered.
Now, unless you're going to buy one of those packages that Brian mentioned earlier in the show, you may be out of luck for finding a place to stay because hotels down there in the downtown area, some of them already sold out for the Super Bowl weekend.
And the second-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels were in action Sunday against the Virginia Tech Hokies, looking for their 11th straight win. Bryce Johnson led the way for Carolina. Johnson finished with 19 points, 17 boards, recording his 11th double-double of the season. He also added 3 blocks and 3 steals. And under 20 seconds to go here, Virginia Tech down 4. Justin Bibbs from the corner can't get that 3 to fall. North Carolina hangs on to win 75-70.
And if you're waiting for a package, it's likely being delayed. The U.S. Postal Service had to suspend service on Friday because of the weather, of course. Mail pickup and deliveries are expected to be back on schedule today, though. And if you didn't get your mail on Friday, you should have gotten it sometime yesterday. The Postal Service is asking people to clear their steps and walkways so that letter carriers can deliver your mail safely. Well, there have been changes to trash pickup in the Charlotte area as well, so only garbage and recyclables will be picked up this week. Yard waste will not be collected. Thursday and Friday, customers who did not have their trash picked up last week should put their trash out this week and leave it out until it is collected. Officials will make stops at those homes by Tuesday evening. Solid Waste Services will be picking up trash on a one-day delay. You can go to charlottenc.gov for the full collection schedule. Again, everything behind because of the weather. We are just getting started here on Good Day Charlotte this morning. So we're celebrating, of course, the victory from Monday night.
The big win. We're going to be celebrating.
Last night. What am I saying?
Last night. That's right. Coming up in the next hour, Caitlin Lockerbie is going to be letting you know where you can get your hands on those hot NFL championship gear that is going to be hot off the presses today, and it's being printed right here locally. We'll be right back. You're watching Good Day Charlotte.